Welcome to Factorio Train Megabase. My name is Nila, so this is episode 7 of our Let's Play campaign. And today we will try to stay alive for as long as possible, doing our very best. So now it's time for us to start scaling up. We have put some effort into getting some better oil, more plastic, getting our resources inbound, more iron and copper, getting the trains up and running. Now it's time for us to say, okay, now let's start using some of the materials that we're now getting in at a more regular pace for the stuff that we need in order to build up the actual megabase. And we also have a method of scaling up power quite rapidly, so that's also good. Now, let's also look at the dashboard. There's always a good thing to look at dashboard. We actually are starting to get just a bit of greens accumulated at 39,000 in the storage, but still copper is not keeping up. But I think might not be keeping up, but it's certainly producing as fast as it can. So we have 8 lanes in. There was a comment about why using red belt, blue belts. This is actually consuming all of it. It should at least, but now that I look at it, I'm not so sure. Let's do that one and do that one as well, just to make sure that that's not going to be the bottleneck anytime. There. Not needed for this part, but I think for a sense of completeness, we should do it here as well. There. Okay, that being said, let's make sure and move up. So we are also in the process of upgrading the pavement in here. It's going fine. Let me just make sure that keep a bit of an eye on things around here. And that one. Now that's getting done. So I want to make modules. Yay, modules, finally. And I actually want to have separate locations for modules instead of having one location. I think that overall is going to be better. What is this? Why are there so many non-red belts or non-blue belts here? There you go. That's a lot of belts coming in, going out. Right, so my intention is I'm going to need green, red, and blue inbound. And I don't need any outbound because it's just going to stack them up as available for the network. So having these that do not have the best outbound opportunities, such as this one and that one, let's keep them further out, which also means, just to make sure, we're building this one outbound. There. We want to make sure that it looks good if we're building stuff. So let's make requests green, red, blue. Right. But let's start building stuff here. So if I want to make this, I'm only going to make, I'm not going to make efficiency modules. I'm going to make speed modules and a separate one for productivity modules. I'm going to make them as far away from each other as possible. So let's see. This one is on a 15-second cycle. So let's just look at, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. So if you're producing 15 of these, that means it's 1 per second. Now that here is consuming 1 every 7.5 seconds. That's 1 per second. If this one is supposed to be consuming 1 per second, then it's 7.5 of these. I don't have a blue one. I like that. And then how many of these would that be in order for this to consume? This is now consuming 7.5. No, it's producing 7.5, right? I think I got lost. I think this is not the right way to do things. I think I want to do it the other way around. So if I want 1 continuously working on this, this one needs 5. No, I want 2 continuously working on this. That's what we want. That means I need 5 Mark 2. Yep. For each one of these, it's 4 speed modules, so each one of these is 2. Yeah. Now that's probably a pretty nice pattern. We can do that. Is it possible for us to... If it just goes on one lane, is that going to be enough? This one will need red belts. And I need 2 of these for each one. So what if I did like this? And that's an exact match. Okay, this is again something I haven't designed this before, so I'm just doing this for fun, right? That's gonna be red belt, then I can take the green belt out here, and then I can maybe. Yeah, 2, 3, 5. Also inbound on the green belt. And now I need this to become... And I also need it on a blue belt here. That's gonna have to be a blue belt, but only half of a blue belt, because input, output, input, output, input, output, input, output, and input, output, yes. So that means I just need over here those 2. It needs the red belt, yes please, and it needs its mixed belt, yes please. Inbound, 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 and into a box of chocolate, like so, capped as that one. And these should be connected here to 500. And I think that's actually built at ratio. Now, there's no real reason why it shouldn't be built closer. Since I'm not going to make any beacons of this, and I only need 1 belt, then wouldn't it be nice if I could put them in between here? I could build that one. And some light, and some light, and some light. And then I can take this one without that one and copy it 2, 3, 4, and 5 times. Yes. Great. All of this is working, and I think I like it. This one goes out because it's no longer needed. This one goes in. Yeah. It's a small build, but I think it actually does what it's supposed to. No, that didn't work. I wanted to get, like, my robots to pick up everything. Oops. Definitely don't want to place this. Okay, never mind. I will do green. Let's find a way where we... Let's actually do this one. This is probably a good one. That one. Copy. Yeah. So first, request some greens. Yes. This one should have a totally different name. It should be green circuits, yes. But it should also have a... Item equal speed module 3. Yes. Green circuit. And requesting this from network 1. Perfect. And And if I do this and then get it to here, that's really bugging me, that one. First of all, that one should then be minus 16 of those. And just change the name of the color. That one, change this. Blue minus 8,000, and this one has to be set down to 4 because it only stacks half as high. That one should also just a simple color change, blue. There. That's happy. And let's look at outbound. That is a good outbound to take, I think. And this is the one, right? And actually I can make it closer, so let's do that. Let's see if that's correct. Is it? That one goes on. No, is that correct? It has to go on that side. Yep. And I think that's just going to be happy, except for that one. This has to be on the inside. Yes, the inside belt has to be blue, but the outside belt, no. Yeah. Oof, close. Yeah. And it is important to do the split here, or to do the balancer here before it goes in, because it will actually only draw for one side. And this one will guarantee that it actually works better. What? Why? Why did my robots not do this? Were they lazy or what? There. Let's have a look at how this works. Okay, now they're coming in anyway, so maybe. Hold your breath. See if we did it correctly. Obviously, this should be exactly at ratio. And then we can always just throw a bit of like casual speed modules in, like that. Funny thing, we cannot put speed modules into these ones though. Because that will have to be deliberately put like this. Keep going. There. And yeah, so this is not fast. Not fast at all. I wonder how much the first one will get, and this one should just be overridden just one. Just to make sure that it... Nah, doesn't make a difference. Only way would be splitting it. That be advantageous in any way? It's likely to be able to start them faster. Let's get those out. Ah, still have too much weird crap in my inventory. For some reason, I got too much delivered to me. I don't know why that happened. There. Actually, just do that. Okay, I am going to take pretty much this one. And by pretty much, I mean exactly like this. And find it somewhere else. So this one will now be making... There's modules. How about building it into this one? Yeah, let's run down there. And as we run down, we can apply these along the way so that our surroundings become beautified just a wee bit. Oops, mining trails in the way. Is that one? And is this the one? I think this is the one. All is good. All is good. And these have to be changed the names as well. That's item equal productivity module 3. Can I copy? Can I copy this? No, I can't. That one. Productivity module 3. And again, last time. There. Always the power poles first, because the power poles will snap to the locations where they should be there. And then I can take the next ones. Great. And I will make these into those. And the next ones will be made into... And the last... That one, that one. And then I have to get these two. And this one should also be changed there. I think that's all the things that need changing for this to work. Two of them are inbound, but obviously blue is not inbound because blue is kind of in short supply always. But that's going to be one of the next things I want to do. So there, because once we have that, we can start scaling up. Let's see, we have a blue circuit here. Yeah, they're not very good. We could definitely go up there and take a look at how to make that better. Oof, this is also bad. I've now made it discontinuous, my beautification effort. And now it's merged back to the rest of the network. That one. Don't even need it over here because that'll get it by itself. That one. Yeah. Well, eventually all of it will be covered, so that's kind of a relief somehow. Currently, I'm not planning on extending the base right now. Doesn't mean I'm not planning on extending it. I just don't plan on extending it right now. And let's see, is that the edge? Nope, it somehow keeps going further up. Now that must be it. Yes, that's it for that one as well. Great, so let's go over to the blue circuits and figure out what we can do to scale that up, make it nicer. And this is also really weird, a bit of coal, sort of very, very small coal facility. Out here, I don't have to look where I'm walking because I'm going to, oh, never mind, I'm going to kill myself by that attitude. And let's go down to the blue. Yeah, so keep feeding this one. Now my only options at this point would be doing this. And I'm not saying that's a bad option, by no means. It's actually an excellent option. I think we actually need to request Maybe take this one out and that one and just put the greens up there, and let's here that one and that one. Let's see how many we get. 28 on route and 4. Well, that's just the difference in how long time it took to build things. Well, first things first, I'm going to take these and upgrade them like that, or change them. You know what, that we can do with a blueprint. It's a dangerous blueprint. Very dangerous. Understood in the way that I tend to mess it up when I do these kind of things, right? That's what I meant by dangerous. There you go. Because you have to make sure that you remove it again. And this one, get some of those. And this one is the most useless or irrelevant thing we can imagine, as if we're gonna fill up a full belt with this. Oops. Yeah. How much? 500. This one should be 400. So let's just take these two out and pretend they're all being crafted by these. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that one goes in here. Great. I have this one. And I have that one. And should I get the other ones somewhere else? No, not really. That one, that one, that one. I think at this point I'm going to do the upgrade from this to this, from to that, and just drag it down here. Let's just go like, there we go. Every single one of these got updated and none of the other ones got updated. So this is a nice way we are going to now scale up. Basically, if I could, I would probably just take more. This one is now speed. Got just a 40% speed buff. That's pretty good. I could mirror it as well, but don't need that. You know what? I don't think I should request these, because if I request them, then they will not be put in here until after the first 50. Let's just request like 8. And this one should be requesting like 12, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. This is kind of pathetic, but it's just what we can do at this point. I mean, this is the speed that we are getting it by. Let's just hold on. If this is speed 40, then how much is it actually consuming? I just want to make sure that we got some, if it makes sense. This one is by default consuming 2 electronic circuits per second. So I'm using 2 times 1.4 because it's 40% speed increase. Yes, 40% speed. No, it's not 1.4. It's 1.75. So it's 2 times 1.75 because it's crafting speed 1.75. So each one takes 3.5, and I have 20 of those. So I just multiply by 20 times 20. That means I'm consuming, with this overview, I'm consuming 70. Well, it's not 2 belts, but it's certainly more than 1 belt. What it's kind of attempting is to kind of mirror it on the other side and then say say if I have 13 of these instead of how many? Instead of 20, then I have 13. I'm gonna do that. Just gonna do that. 11, 13. So you, sir, are included. You are as well. Okay, so let's start by killing that one. Yes. And also on the side, killing this. Yeah. That one. And just let this one idle away. What if I did that thing, right? This is my hypothesis now. That's a funny sound. There are just tons of new weird sounds in this game now. Alright, time for us to wrap this one. Or that one. And this one. And this one. And this one. All the way up to there. Cool. Let's get this sorted. What I'm doing now is building like the template, and that one goes up here. See, I can't use the last one because it's cut, but if I do this one, then I can get it all the way up there. And then I can take see what kind of my favorite 6-4 splitter. Always. Yeah. And I kind of need to make sure that where is my sulfur coming from? It's coming from there. Let's make sure that I actually have one that reaches across like that. And also on the other end. That one in here and up there. Do we have sulfur in those? Yes, we do. Great. I still think I want to make sure that I do this and then upgrade it. There. Yes. And they are affected. And I'm kind of idiotic about it. I'll take all of this. And then I'll just flip it. There we go. And they're still like easily able to keep up, and that should consume all that we can handle here. That one. Maybe like this. Because then I can use this one and go, yes, past it. Take this out, take this out, and pick this out. So we just upgraded our blue circuits, not by a crazy amount, but by some amount. And without even increasing the inputs, it's like a lot. And the only thing we increased like a lot for this was why am I not getting this? That one. Yeah, that works. This looks way better than it is. So we got the green circuits, we got everything is working. This one should be better. And if it's not being picked up, it sounds weird that it isn't being picked up. How about down here? This one has everything it wants. Nice. Just nice and slowly. It is on a second, on a speed 2.2. It's on a 60-second cycle, so it's two of them 30-second cycles. Speed 2, that's on a 15. So basically, from here on out, I'm gonna get one module every 15 seconds. It doesn't seem like much, but 4 per minute, 240 per hour. It's not much. It's not much, but we can always upgrade it if need be. A few upgraded speed modules in there, here and there. But that's this will consume like a lot more, and we will start getting more of a draw on our power, and that's okay because we now have the method to expand it. Let's wrap this one up. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you are enjoying this episode and this show in general. Be sure to leave a comment and a like, and then I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, stay effective.